Hey guys, John here. Now, unfortunately, the audio for this entire day has been lost, but it felt a bit of a waste to not utilize the footage, so I've put together a quick little vlog of what we did at the Tokyo Solamachi Mall. We visited a couple of shops, and then we went to the Tokyo Skytree, and at the end of the day, we went to the world's largest conveyor belt sushi restaurant, which is the Kura Sushi Flagship store. So skip ahead if you want to just see that. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing a short monologue for each of the stores we visited, as well as some shopping clips. Now, the next place we went to was the Pokémon Center here at Tokyo Solamachi Mall. It's called the Pokémon Center Skytree Town, and it features Rayquaza as their mascot. Now, this Pokémon Center is probably in my top 3. It's one of the largest. It has like a ton of plushies, as you'll see later on. They have a lot of Gen 1 plushies, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to the latest, which is Gen 9 as of this video. And if you're a plushie fan, I recommend coming here. There are definitely some plushies that they had here that I didn't see at other Pokemon centers. They also had a good amount of video game accessories, a little bit of home goods, as well as a lot of B-side label stickers, if you're into that as well. Not so much in the video game front, unfortunately, but this is definitely a cool place to check out if you're already visiting Tokyo Skytree, or if you're just nearby, might as well pop in. So in a previous vlog, we covered the Kirby Café. There's actually another store called Kirby Cafe, the store, right next to the Pokemon Center. It's a small shop. It has some similar items as the official Kirby Cafe store, with a little bit more focus on tiny goods, as well as a couple of toys. They had a manga section, and they had a couple more plushies that weren't seen in the Kirby Cafe store. But this store doesn't have a lot of the home goods or exclusive items that you'll find at the actual Kirby Cafe. So I would still stop by and check this out though. So if you're not familiar with Japanese malls, sometimes they'll have pop-up stores, and we stumbled upon the Harry Potter pop-up store here at the Tokyo Solamachi Mall. And honestly, I'm a sort of a big Harry Potter fan, and our friend Maggie is super into Harry Potter, so she was happily shopping around. This is a cool space to check out. It's probably not the Harry Potter store anymore, but it's probably some other pop-up store. So definitely keep your eye out for any of these pop-up concepts as you go through any Japanese mall here. A short little segment dedicated to what Sarah was doing while I was geeking out on like Pokemon Center and like Harry Potter and stuff. She was just shopping around at some of the fashion stores here. There's some of them permanent, some of them pop up, but most importantly, always ask if something is tax-free, and always bring your passport. You never know, could save you a couple. Another pop-up concept we stumbled upon at the Solamachi Mall was the Radio Eva Pop Up Store. Now, if you're an Evangelion fan, whether of the old TV series or of the new reboot movies, you'll most likely see this somewhere in Tokyo. They have a permanent shop as well as these pop-up concepts that go to various events. They're mainly focused on streetwear. Sometimes they have character prints, cool frames, as well as like watches, pens, and stuff. They're mainly focused on streetwear, so I found a really nice fanny pack that I liked and I copped. So if you're an Eva fan and you see this somewhere, hey, stop by, check it out. They're a really cool brand. Next, I stumbled upon Bic Camera, which is the smaller version of Bic Camera, which is kind of like the Best Buy of Japan. I wanted to pop in and see if they had any copies of Metroid Prime Remastered, but unfortunately they didn't have it, only Metroid Dread. But then they had a copy of Bayonetta, which is not printed in America, so I decided to cop it here and there. Always ask though. Alright, so now we're finally heading to the Tokyo Skytree. Now, keep in mind, it was kind of rainy this night, and it was definitely super foggy, especially near the top. So we weren't confident. As you can see here, they show you a preview screen of what it's like. And I don't know, maybe I'm a little weird, but I actually don't mind going up observation decks if it's like super foggy. And our friends were already up there anyway, so we decided to join them. I'm kind of super glad we went though, because as you'll see later on, it actually started to clear up, and then we got a really nice view of the Tokyo skyline from above. So we'll show you a couple clips of us wandering around. We eventually go to the gift shop, and then we'll see the clear view a bit later on. Literally just as we were about to head to the exit, we saw that the clouds finally lifted and we were able to see the Tokyo skyline from the Tokyo Skytree, as well as use their little glass floors to see all the way down. And honestly, I'm really glad we decided to come up here, even though, you know, some of our friends were hesitant. This was our only night here, and so I'm glad we took the chance, and, you know, we got good luck and good fortune upon us. It was dinner time, so now we started walking towards the global Kura Sushi Flagship store, which is only a couple minutes walk from the Tokyo Solamachi Mall, and I highly recommend this place if you're nearby and you're craving sushi for dinner. This is literally the world's biggest conveyor belt sushi restaurant. Like, this place has 2 floors and it can seat up to 277 people. We went with a party of 5, and I believe you can sit up to a party of 6 at the bigger booths. So we came in, the waitress helped us put our number down, and then they'll eventually call the number on the screen with your party, and you can just sit down nearby. They actually have this really cool game that you can play at the end after you've paid and you scan your receipt on your phone. You'll then be able to play this Gatcha game, and you'll get a little Gatcha ball for every person in your party. But again, you can only play this after you've eaten and everything. So we sat down and we waited for our table. And eventually, we were called up, probably about like a 10-15 minute wait. I think this place is sometimes usually crowded during busy hours, but we went on a weekday. And so we sat down, and we were excited to finally start eating. Now, if you're not familiar with conveyor belt sushi restaurants, they are a little bit different from the ones in the US. They usually have utensils built into the table, and then everything is mainly ordered through the tablet. Unfortunately, they kind of stopped the revolving sushi on the sushi train due to the freaking bioterrorists who was like contaminating the food. But you can just order everything, it'll come fresh on the express train, and then they also have teacups above. where you can put the matcha powder, and then there's a hot water on tap if you want to just hot green tea. But you can also order alcohol drinks and other drinks on the tablet as well. So this next whole couple minute segment is just going to be us rating and eating food. At the end, we hit a grand total of 48 plates eaten in perfect 3 stacks of 16, as well as a lot of drinks, couple ramen, some desserts, and appetizers. And honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better experience eating at a conveyor belt sushi restaurant here in Japan. Like, this is the flagship store, this is the biggest store in the world, and just being able to have fun with your friends and then putting all the plates and seeing the little animation, it's just a wonderful experience. Now, once the staff comes and then you have the receipt, you get this little QR code on your phone that allows you to play the huge Gatcha game. And as you can see, Leo is scanning it with his phone, and it'll activate, and a little ball will drop off and go through this obstacle course. Now, it's only going to do this one time. Once like this ball goes to the end, it's then going to start printing out the other balls equal to the number of people that was in your party. And then I think at this point in time, we got some collab with Detective Conan, and so we got some random Gatcha items from them. And yeah, this is a really cool experience. Highly recommend you come. This is definitely the most unique conveyor belt sushi restaurant in the world, and you won't believe what the total bill is, because I paid for everyone here and the total bill ended up being much less than what we expected from our damages.